So the big next update is coming out for No Man's Sky on July 24th, 10 days away from making this video. I really enjoy No Man's Sky quite a bit. That's a controversial opinion to have about the game, weirdly enough, but nonetheless, the game really makes you feel like a space traveler, and the sense of immersion in the game is something I've never really experienced before. The atmosphere, the sights and sounds, the relaxed gameplay, it all adds up to a game I enjoy quite a lot actually. I got the game at launch and hated it, mind you, because it was nothing like I expected it to be, but over time, as the updates came in, the game was slowly molded into the vision Sean Murray had from the start. I expect the quote-unquote massive next update to continue this trend, and because of that, I'm excited, but also incredibly frustrated. Let me tell you why. This is a game I've seen evolve from the start. I was on board the hype train from the very beginning. I was a little naive, but I was sold on the idea that we would get an infinite universe with all these gameplay elements, varying things to explore, people to meet, factions to fight alongside with or against. Of course, when the game came out, well, we all know what happened there. The famous description of the game was, "as wide as an ocean, but as deep as a puddle." That quote was very true at the time, but is less true now, and will be even less true in 10 days. I hope at least, because I just don't know. No one does, and that's why I'm frustrated. We know so little about this update. This update is going to be a complete relaunch of this game. It's releasing on the Xbox One for the very first time. We know it will have multiplayer. Of what substance, we don't know. We know we will have player models. The details of that, we also don't know. We know there will be ringed planets and a new ship. The details and implications of those, we don't know. We know there will be a pre-order bonus for those purchasing on the Xbox One version, but only for the physical copy. For those who haven't kept up with the No Man's Sky news, they don't know. And because of how little we know about the game, potential buyers from the new platform feel neglected. Because they are being neglected. We all are. Hello Games has this fetish for vagueness. It's littered throughout their entire game, with the number 16, the atlas, the glitches in reality. Ambiguity by sheer vagueness is the weave that binds this game together. While I don't really mind it in the game that much at all, because it fits the aesthetic, it's this attitude that is going to hurt this game, and is actually hurting it now, before the game even relaunches. How do you sell people a product in which they know nothing about? Trick question, you don't. It's 10 days before this game-changing update comes out and this game is launched on the Xbox, and we don't even have a trailer. It pains me to see this happen because I want this game to succeed. I'm tired of telling people that No Man's Sky is one of my favorite games and hearing gasps of disbelief. We've been getting small details from a community-driven project known as Waking Titan. The community works together to do little puzzles and unlock tiny, vague details about the update, like sound files and distorted images. It's how we know about the ringed planets and new ships. But that's not marketing. That's throwing a bone at your current community, if even that. Actually, it's more like shining a laser for a cat to chase. There's no real substance in the details. No one who isn't already invested in No Man's Sky is going to care even a little bit. And honestly, not even I care about those silly vague things that I can't make a reliable interpretation on. Yes, it can fuel excitement, but only because it's my imagination doing all the work for them. Waking Titan isn't making us excited. It's our interpretations of the purposefully ambiguous info we receive that makes us excited. What would genuinely make me excited is a full-fledged trailer, some solid details, and we should have had that weeks ago. A single solid, unambiguous detail would already be 100 times more valuable than what they've given us. I'm either an impatient, entitled fan, or a fan starved of information. We know the universe we've been exploring will more than likely be reset due to the ringed planets being added to the procedural generation. We don't know, however, if player progression will be reset or if we will keep our saves. And if that's the case, great! We know there will be multiplayer, but we don't know if it will be a totally different mode or not because the only info we have on the multiplayer is a sound file. If it's a totally different mode, then regardless if we get to keep our saves or not, for a lot of us, our previous save will be useless trash. This ambiguity makes me afraid to play the game now. I don't want to play the game right now because I'm afraid of wasting time progressing a save I'm not sure will be obsolete in 10 days or not. This is a huge problem that doesn't have to exist. It could be solved by adding a layer of clarity any other game publisher would have provided us with long before today. These are all the very justifiable reasons I have for my immense frustration at how the game is being handled. I get that Hello Games is a relatively new publisher with a lot under their belt, but this is terrible public relations. I know a lot of these things I'm saying may suck for some of the community to hear, but I don't like saying these things. I love this game, and I really want it to become what we were sold on those years ago. I hope Next will do that, and I hope the relaunch will boost this game's popularity. It's just challenging to imagine the way things are looking right now. So even after all these terrible things I've complained about, I'm still very, very excited for the update. This has been Psychic Sploob, my second video ever. I'd be happy to see your comments below. Thanks for watching, and peace out.